famous Pain in the Ass. You know the voice is legendary. I created all these characters off of the movies that I used to watch. But now I'm rocking my fam. My man Ramsey, Day One Rockefeller. He came out with his own characters himself. He got a whole comic book line. Check it out. Show him, show him.
Oh, yeah.
All these different characters, my man created it. And now he's putting them up for you so you can read them. He's got novels, he's got all kinds of things. So please check it out, man. Be the first ones to get these copies. I know holiday season's coming around. The kids would love this, man. Ramsey, man, I'm proud of you. And you got merch too, look at that. You got the shirts too, with sweaters to match?
Mm-hmm. And they got the hats.
Hats are big now. Hats became like the new thing. Everybody's making statements on hats. So you see that? You got a billboard right there. So check him out. Check out the first copy, which is Starman. Where's that? Power Star? Where's it at?
The first issue of Power Star, man. It's somewhere around here. But
well,
make sure you go get it.
You find that. Yeah, find it. Find it and then copy it.
Word up. First issue of Power Star is the best way to get, you know what I mean, get into the comic book brand and understand the universe. Trust me. You want to get Power. Welcome to Life Comics Spotlight. This is Ramses Francois, author, creator, writer, all of the above, artist of Life Comics. And you know, this is Life Comics Spotlight. Today we're going to put the spotlight on King Justice, first issue. And before I go further, please hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button. So, the first issue of King Justice is out everywhere as well. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Thrift Books, Book Baby, all places that sell books. And he's also, King Justice is also a part of the Supreme Elite. And yeah, pretty much he's a part of the Supreme Elite. So with the first issue, you get to see, you know, before we go further, he's also biracial, you know, he's also a biracial superhero. Yeah, so in the beginning, you know, you get to see his parents, you know, cuddling him and taking care of him, you know, putting him to sleep. And then minutes or hours later, or whatever the case is, he get abducted. You get abducted by, you know, some other species from a planet called Host Lunos. Planet Host Lunos. You know, that's like way far in deep space. So they came and you know, and abducted him. Their parents came and saw the light and saw everything, and saw that their son was gone, and also saw the ship that took their son. And that's how pretty much it started, you know. And after that, you know, going to years later, you get to see you know, he's actually back on Earth. You know, he's actually, yeah, he pretty much is back on Earth. Because it's the planet that abducted him, you know, was dying, you know, but I'll get more into that later. So, he's in the CIA office, and he works for the CIA. And the CIA is also looking for King Justice because they're not fans of King Justice as well. Because, they feel like anytime they're trying to stop a situation or anytime they trying to handle a situation, he always appears. He comes out of nowhere. He helps diffuse the situation. So they've been trying to find out who he is, his true identity, and everything. But he's right there in front of their face working for them at the same time, working for the CIA, or they're looking for him. And they have no idea that he is King Justice. And his real name is Ansel Justice. Ansel Justice. Ansel, Ansel Justice. He has a meeting, with the director of CIA, which is James. Is it James Chambers? It should be John. No, actually, it's John Chambers. Sorry about that. It's John Chambers. So he has a meeting with, I guess sort of kind of like it was his boss or whatever the case is, and he's telling him about a mission and things of that nature. Then he brings up King Justice, and they're saying that we're close to finding out who is King Justice and all that good stuff. And he looks a little shaken, just like okay. But after that, they get back into the whatever they're speaking on, and then Ansel Justice, which is King Justice, leaves the office and start thinking like maybe do they know it's me, or no, did they figure it out yet, whatever the case is. So after that, right after all of that, you get to see his past life, flashbacks of his past life, and that in planet Hoslunos, which he ended up being king of. He ended up being the king of that planet, and you get to see tidbits of that, his living and all that good stuff. He also had a wife out on that planet, and she ended up dying, because the whole planet was dying. It was on fire. There's all kinds of things was happening, and he was still there. Well, this whole planet is just enraged with flames, and he's been he gets saved by King Power Star, which is Power Star's father. So he met him years ago. He pretty much King Power Star met King Justice years ago and saved King Justice, and let him live on Starland, which is where Power Star's from. And after that, King Justice felt like he needed to, head back home, head back to other planets, and he forgot he was from Earth, but ended up going back to Earth because Starland's not too far from Earth. So he ended up going to that planet to, see if he can start a whole new life, start his whole journey over again. And and he doesn't remember being abducted, by the way. But he goes to Earth and live a new life. He figures it out. He see that people look like him. Looked like the same type of species, so he fit in. But he has he also got a little, like a little responsibility. Also for King Power Star. He's supposed to be. He was like another member of the Supreme Elite when it first started, and you can see his first appearances on Power Star first issue, alongside the few members that showed up as the beginning of Supreme Elite, and pretty much King Power Star told him, King Justice, to make a promise to him to protect his son when he's down there, make sure you look over him, make sure you guard him right and all that good stuff. And he made that promise to King Power Star, and King Justice left the planet and went to Earth. Pretty much, the meeting that King Justice had in the beginning of the book with John Chambers, director of CIA, he gave King Justice a mission, and he didn't know he was King Justice, but anyway, he took on the mission and executed the mission as King Justice, rather the agent that he's supposed to be, and he ends up in Chicago and looking for these three people called the Puppets, and they got like weird masks, they're super strength, they wear suits, and they're different, there's something different about them, and they're also shadow global elite agents as well. So they're pretty much, they stole a relic, a pyramid relic that can actually has a lot of power, it has a lot of power, and pretty much they were hiding out you know, within the building before they got, you know, before, you know, they got into a fight with King Justice. You know, they were waiting for pretty much an alert from, you know, the Shadow Global Elite, you know, to be transported to the headquarters. So that's the place that they found, you know, that's the place they went to wait and hide, you know, in Chicago, in the building, top floor. And King Justice finds them and crashes through the window and ends up fighting them, you know, trying to retrieve, I guess, the relic back, you know. And they all pretty much end up beating King Justice up, you know, and he had to take a beating, you know, from them. But King Justice stood up and fought back, and, you know, it got real shaky. It got real shaky. So, you know, during the battles or whatever the case is, he ends up, you know, one of the puppets end up throwing him out the window. You know what I mean? So bad that he forgot he had flight power, you know, because he can fly as well. So he forgot about it. So he ended up just falling, and that's, you know what I mean? It's a shock that he's getting defeated by these 3 people who he thought that was probably weak, regular, you know, beings or whatever the case is. And, you know, there's more to come when, you know, in a few months, you know, I'm going to be releasing more on King Justice and more books and stuff like that. You can have more ideas of, you know, where your story is going even more further, and it's done already as well, you know. So I can't wait for y'all to see it. And just wanted to give you a little briefing of King Justice, you know, first issue, and I hope that you guys can go and grab it. You know, it's at all stores, you know, Walmart, Book Baby, Target, Amazon, all places that sell books. And it's beyond worth it. You know, I don't want to spoil too much of the book because I'm not a big fan of just giving everything away. You know, maybe later on I'll be into that, but right now I just want to give y'all the tidbit of King Justice. And yeah, it's out now, and I appreciate y'all that checked out this video. There's more to come. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It will mean the world to me. And tune in to Life Comics. Share the video. Leave a comment below. And I'll answer you and do my best to answer you. And I'll always reply, you know. So, yeah. Peace and love. Until next time, Life Comics is here to stay. God bless.
Yo, you like the Black Stan Lee out this motherfucker. I ain't gonna hold you, son.
A superhero from Brooklyn is something that I always dreamed of doing.
Shout out to my man Ramses. He's got it going on right now with Life Comic Book.
When I did Power Store, I was thinking about something different, something that didn't look like the regular superhero that you see, you know what I mean? Yep, Life Comics is my comic book brand. That's the name of the comic book brand. So Marvel, DC, all those other brands, be on the lookout, because I'm coming up. They're all connected. It's a connected universe.
Boy, Leaf Buck, Philly Freeway. We right here represent for our guy, Ramsey.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Jay, Dames, and Biggs. You know what I mean? Like, salute. I'm grateful of Jay, Dame, and Biggs. You know what I mean? Because they instilled that in my mind. You know what I mean? To be a CEO.
I tap in with Life Comics and get that Power Star. I ain't gonna lie.
They're all on Amazon.
Well, how did you look it up?
They're doing a survey, but they also get caught up in an experiment. You know what I mean? And that experiment turns them into day and night.
What up, baby? It's the world famous Pain Nash. You know the voice that's legendary.
My name, you know, of course, Ramses, R-A-M-S-E-S, Francois, F-R-A-N-C-O-I-S.
Yeah, they're tiny. Supreme
This
Elite,
is a perfect example of something
Lord
that
Haiti and Supreme Hope.